Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Ironman. So, one quick thing to note is I did all the things in info and one of them gave us a Lagos Slayer, so we do now have that available to us should we need it. We also have some new units. We have Karen, Brom and Nefeni. They all come completely unequipped. I haven't done that to them, but yeah, basically Karen is an axe knight, so he's basically Oscar but with axes. Brom is like Gatry, he's an armored knight, and Nefeni is a generic soldier. To quickly rate them, Brom is terrible, Karen is great, and Nefeni is pretty bang average, to be honest. So, we're going to be making use of Karen. He's really good, he comes at level 12, so he doesn't really require any bonus EXP to get going. He can pretty much just start in off the bat. He's a little bit behind Oscar right now, sure, but it's not dreadful, so we'll give him the poleaxe and the short axe, and we'll shop. Actually, we could forge him a weapon. I don't know who else would give our forge to this chapter. Maybe... Soren could have one, maybe? Or Titania? Titania doesn't need one. She does need 9, actually. So we'll get her one of those. I don't think Titania needs one. She's kind of fine anyway. In fact, let's trade the short axe onto Titania for the hand axe. And Karen can finish off that hand axe there. And we will... I kind of want to forge him an iron axe. I'm going to. It wasn't my plan, but it just sort of came to me. And we're going to do it. It seems like a good idea. So, max that, max that. We don't need to change the weight, I don't think. And, yeah, that's okay. End. Quickly, think of a name. Select... And I don't want to have to cut because I can't be bothered, so we're just going to come up with a name right now. We're going to call it Choppy because it's an axe. It goes chop. It goes chop, chop, chop. So we're going to call it Choppy. Let's go. Easy. End. And Karen's the red Christmas cav, so we'll make it red. There we go. Nice. And he does have a spot left, so I guess we can give him a spare hand axe or an iron axe. We'll give him a regular iron axe. That sounds like a good idea. And we are going to need some vulneraries. Now, I'm not sure how many units we get on this next mission. I think we can only deploy one of the new units if we deploy everybody else. We definitely want to bring, like, Leith and Mordecai, because it's necessary to recruit Zhark. I'm sure we'll have enough usable units. We probably want to bring Volk. I believe there are some things to steal. From this point on, we should be pretty good. We should not have any major issues. We can... Is Sachifrag strength? No, it's build. Okay. We'll just convoy that. Get rid of these chest and door keys as well. And I think we're in a pretty reasonable position to just crack on with it. I don't think anyone's particularly low on anything. Mist is fine. Marcia is fine. Soren is fine. Boyd is fine. We won't be using Mia. Leith and Mordecai are obviously all good. Yeah, should be fine. Don't think there's any major issues there, so... Oh, the other thing is I did a support between Titania and Boyd, which will make them both a little bit more accurate, and there's a tiny bit of attack and defense in there. I don't know how it works, by the way, because it's like plus 0.5 attack and defense. I don't know if that rounds up or down or what. No idea. But right now, the only other thing we could look at is bonus EXP, which... We've got 700 of it. We've got, like, a sizable amount. We've definitely got some targets who could use it. Could bump Karen up a little bit, I suppose, if we wanted to, but it doesn't feel necessary. The one recipient I am considering is Ike, because he will have to be useful at some point, notably by the last level. It feels bad to put bonus EXP into Ike, because he's just not going to see the same amount of combat as other units. Firstly, because he's not mounted. Secondly, because he has to run around and do a bunch of objectives, like in the last chapter where he was talking to people all the time. And thirdly, because using him is really scary and risky, and I don't want to do it. So, it feels kind of bad, but it's also kind of necessary at some point. We'll see what position he's in after this level. I think that should be a good idea. Because a couple of levels from now we do get Jill, and I would like to give her some bonus EXP if possible. Go out of the way, story. We don't need you today. I do love this level though. One of my favourites for sure. We actually do get a sizable amount of units. Looks like we get 12? 13? Looks like we get 13, wow. I maybe should have bought some more gear because I don't think we have enough to support that many units. And by I don't think we do, we just don't. We could give Reese a staff back, to be fair. I don't think I want Brom or Nefeni. I would rather bring Laith and Reese. Then we've got Mist, Volk, Mordecai, Soren, Boyd, Reese, Ileana. Yeah, that should be all good. So, we do need to give Reese a staff. So if we trade him with Mist, and he can just have this full heal staff at the... Actually, he can have this 31 heal staff. Why not? You start burning through that a little bit more. And we just need to figure out positioning. So, Zehawk up here needs to be spoken to by one of the Lagoos, so either Laith or Mordecai. But this house up here won't actually give you the reward if you go into it with a Lagoos character. Also, why does the floor change when I hover over it? It's really weird. Anyway, so we could just send Zehawk in there once we recruit him, and that could work. There's also houses here, here. I believe there's another one somewhere. I might be wrong about that. There might just be the 3. Yeah, it's just the 3, so we need to visit those, preferably before they get destroyed by bandits or brigands, which I'm pretty sure spawn in, or thieves, maybe? I can't remember who destroys it, but I remember they get destroyed. And then the big thing about this level is the Black Knight comes out of this house, which I'm circling now. He comes out of there after a few turns and will chase you down, and you cannot do any damage to him, which is quite scary. So we need to be moving, basically. We need to be progressing. Now, the last thing to note is there is a bonus objective to not kill these vigilantes. You get 50 EXP for each one you leave alive. I am not going to do that. I think it's just the mercenaries, but I might be wrong. No, it's one specifically labeled vigilante. I'm not going to be doing it. We're just going to kill them. I can't be bothered. It's really annoying to try and leave them alive, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to send Oscar this way with probably Laith, because she will transform turn 1. We do need to deal with these guys behind us as well, so I think Titania, Boyd can do that. Actually, maybe Titania and Karen. In fact, maybe Ike and Karen, along with, like, everyone else, so, like, this whole scrub squad that's back here. Marcia can chip in with that too. Actually, Laith can probably chip in with that turn 1 while Oscar just draws the aggro of these guys. And we should be able to take these all out in one turn, I think. And then we can have, like, Titania hold one of these chokes, Boyd hold the other one. And that should do a reasonable job. So something like this, maybe? I don't remember what these houses contain, so I'm just going to visit all of them. I can't be bothered to Google it. I think it's 7 turns for bonus EXP, which is a little bit tight. We might miss a little bit, but it's not the end of the world if we do. We're in a pretty good spot right now. We haven't lost anyone yet, so that's always a good sign. Did I tell you on here? No. I'm sure I've checked that about 3 times during this playthrough, but one day it will stick in my mind. So for now, I think we're all good to go. Let's get into it. Let's fight. The fucking tubers. Sorry, language. I try not to. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite this morning. Wee bit of frustration coming into this one. I'll leave it there. So yeah. The one thing I'm worried about is, will this vigilante attack Oscar? Well, we can just wait outside of his range. And that should be fine. Let's just... In fact, we could attack here with Oscar and then Kanto back up, maybe. If we go here and attack with, like, a javelin on this guy, and then we can just Kanto back up to here. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Why would we not do that? Ah. There we go. We're on it today. Right. We'll leave him there. Which will be just in range of, I think, one of these guys, but the other one will come down. We can kill him next turn. We're not zoomed out, are we? There we go. Now we can see how much range he has. Maybe. There we go. Oh, he can reach him. Okay, cool. So we can wipe both of those this turn. We will kill this one with Laith, I think, which makes that Javelin play pointless apart from gathering EXP, but it means Laith will be closer to this top section to go and recruit Zehawk, which is ideal. Can Ike do some substantial damage to any of these? Not really. Can use the Regal Sword. Actually, if he attacks the, wait, do these guys... move yet? No. Okay. I know at some point, some Pegasus Knights will spawn behind you and start killing you. So we want to be out of this area before that starts happening. Oh, Poleaxe doesn't even kill. But Karen and Ike could combine to kill this guy, or Karen can just kill him with Choppy. Let's just use Choppy. Why not? We made it for a reason. Let's use it. Dodges the counterattack, always very nice to see. And finishes him off. Okay, good job. Now we just need to make sure we keep getting through these enemies. Let's use Boyd to go and kill one of these. Should not be any questions about whether or not this will work. He's not going to take too much in response. There's not even that enemies here to counterattack him. There's not even that many enemies here to counterattack him. That's not a difficult sentence. So let's say it properly, please, brain. And that will leave Boyd within touching distance of that house. I do think one of these has a, hand axe, which is a little bit problematic. But we could send Titania up here to come and start getting rid of these. Actually doesn't kill with an iron axe, but we can do it anyway. Or we could just use the steel. We can't purchase steel axes, though, which makes me a bit hesitant to throw it away like that. We'll just use an iron axe. We're dodging a lot of counterattacks, which is nice. And I don't think... Oh, this guy is potentially a bit of a threat, so we need to make sure we move these guys to accommodate for that. And fire or wind won't quite kill from Soren, but it will leave them so low that anyone can finish them off, so we'll make sure to take advantage of that. Oh, we got an adept proc, so it will kill from Soren. That's good. Oh, and we got a crit. Beautiful. So the adept proc was pointless, but it all worked out. All worked out in the long run. And we can just use an Iron Lance to start to whittle this guy down and finish him off with Ike, because as I said, I am a little bit concerned about Ike's current level and EXP state. I would like him to sort of be just a little bit higher than he is, not massively so. We'll leave Marcia in the range of this guy just in case he wants to die to Marcia instead. We'll definitely take that. Marcia is a great beneficiary of EXP. Being able to fly and, like, have Canto and just, like, the movement you get from that, from the mount is just so good for, like, distributing XP to those people. Like, they can make so much use of it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Does anyone here need healing? No, literally nobody has taken damage. Okay. I mean, that's good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It just means we can't really use our priests to do anything. We should probably tag this guy to make sure we don't walk into his range in the process. And that leaves us in a pretty solid position for now. We'll send Mist over this way, just in case we need some healing support over there. Mordecai can head over here. That was Ileana, but I did mean to move Mordecai. They can both head over here to provide some backup. And do any enemies have anything we want to steal? Hand axe, steel lance, steel sword, knife, steel lance, steel lance, steel lance, steel lance. Did we bring Volk for no reason? I think we might have done. I think we might have bought Volk for no reason. Oh, it's looking that way for now. He has a Master Seal, which he dropped. Oh, just to briefly discuss the Master Seal, because I meant to mention it in the last one, but I forgot. The first one of those is 100% going on Mist. There is no debate there. It will take Mist so long to reach level 20 just through healing, and when she gets level 20, she gets a mount, so we're just going to Master Seal her at level 10. I can't speak today. Okay, so Volk's kind of here for no reason. He's just a bit of damage support, so we'll just use him as such and just send him over this side. That's Z-Hawk asking about the Lagoos, giving you a little bit of a hint that that is who he wants you to talk to him with. That guy misses with his hand axe. The mage is going to come in. Hopefully we can kill the mage next turn, because the mage could potentially deal some damage. Not a notable amount, but, you know, more than most, I suppose. And they are targeting Oscar over Marcia, despite the fact they deal 0 damage to Oscar, which is an interesting plan, for sure. Not what I would do, but fair enough. They can do as they please. As Oscar does level up to 15, gets some strength, speed, defense, HP, skill. Pretty much the best stats he's going to get from a level up, unless he, you know, resistance would help, but it's not terrible at all. Definitely a very, very good level up. So, that is that guy dead, and we should be out of the range of Z-Hawk, I believe, as this guy's going to die to Titania. Does deal 6 damage. Titania getting a little bit low, but shouldn't be too problematic. As she does level up, does she gain anything notable from that? Pretty decent. HP and strength, can't complain too much. Magic is completely pointless, but... well, she might get a Bolt Axe at some point in the game. She has got 7 magic now. She could potentially do something with it. if, you know, against armored enemies or something like that. But I doubt it, put it that way. Hopefully this misses, that's good. I think the plan for next turn is just going to be to throw a hand axe at one of the mages and then run into that house. Or, like, next to that house, so we can just hold it as a little choke point. Although, she is getting extremely low on health. If she takes this much damage again next turn, she will die. Which is a problem. We don't want Titania to die, she's one of our best units. If not our best unit. Okay. I'm worried. I'll be completely transparent here and say this is probably one of the first times I've been genuinely concerned going into a turn. So, we can put Titania here, equip a hand axe, and use a short axe even, and use a vulnerary. Which should keep her alive. The big worry is what if it doesn't? I mean, we'll just have to get through the game without Titania. There's no other choice at this point. We can't just run over here or something. It would lead to everyone dying. I think we committed too many units over to this left-hand side. I'm going to try and bait some of these units out with units like Marcia and Oscar, I think. Might be a decent play. I don't think Zehawk will attack the Lagoos. However, I am not going to risk that. Zehawk's not an incredible unit, but like it's an Ironman, right? If we have a Travesty and we lose like 4 units, I want units to replace them with. So we'll put Laith here. She can bait this guy down and go and talk to Zehawk next turn. That is absolutely fine. Soren can't reach anyone, but can start progressing. We need to be careful of these enemies. These have a decent bit of range. Ileana can come... She can't reach? Are you kidding me? Hold on, we could smite Ileana though after we, let's move Reese over this way. Just get him all the way out of the way. Move Mordecai here. Smite Ileana down. Right, Ileana has been smoked. And now we can go her down here to kill this enemy. Hopefully she hits the 92% chance. That's good. Her animations are so much quicker. Like, they just go boop, boop, dead. Really nice. I like the quick animations. And then we'll move Boyd over here to take out this guy. He'll only take 4 in response, so we might as well just do it. There we go. And, yeah, I think we move, like, Oscar over here. And wait. And then Marcia over here. We'll equip Jabby Stick, I think. I don't think any of these should double us either way. So yeah, we'll equip the Jabby Stick, we'll equip the Javelin. Hopefully neither of those units die. I don't think they'll be able to. I don't think, like, they will kill anyone, and I don't think anyone will get in enough range to do any serious damage. And then I'm going to equip a short axe and use a vulnerary with Titania. Actually, it's tempting to move her back over this way, but I don't want to lose this village. I'm going to go here, just use a vulnerary. Losing Titania would be the worst case scenario right now. If this positioning gets, like, somebody else killed, that's unlucky, I guess, is just the only outcome I can have. Like, if one of these die, that's a shame. But there's not a lot we can really do to prevent it right now. We'll rescue Ike and ride over here. Assuming Volk can't take Ike, no. Okay. This is just going to have to do. Hopefully nobody dies. Okay, the mage targets Titania. That's fine. The mage will die to a short axe. Bang. Oh, leaves him on 1, so we have to use 2 charges of it. That's really annoying. The other mage will do the same thing, which will take Titania down to 20 health. Oh, no! That mage had fire. It did more damage. Hopefully Titania doesn't kill someone. That is the only hope we have right now, otherwise she's dead. Okay, this guy goes for Oscar. Oscar is the best possible target for us right now, because he's very, very tanky, and he's full health. Also, there's a weird blur around the characters. I don't know if you're seeing it too. Like, look around Reese right now. It's on my end as well. It's not a video issue. It's just a game issue. I don't know what's causing it. But certain characters seem to have this weird little blur around them that I've not noticed before. Has that been there the whole time? It's not around, like, that Cavalier, but... or Oscar. Maybe it's just to show that they're in the background of this fight and not in it. Because it doesn't seem to be there when it, like... oh, it is there when it pans up. Okay, that makes me uncomfortable, but it's not the time to be focusing on blur. It's the time to focus that our characters are alive and living. Titania lives. This is a good thing. Very, very good thing. Okay, yeah, this soldier comes down and dies to Lath. He does no damage and gets one shot. That's all good. Z-Hawk might move down, or he might just be in range next turn anyway. And then there's 2 thieves. Okay, good. Okay, that feels like the most difficult situation this level's going to present to us has been dealt with.